Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I am Slipshock, and today, guess what? We are talking again about Marvel's Midnight Suns. We're going to go ahead and talk about that because, one, I haven't talked about it in a while, and two, we're approaching that second half of 2020 really quickly, you know? So I would assume some news is coming pretty soon, right? They did say second half of 2020, so I'm, I'm waiting for it. You feel me? So let's talk about it. So to give up the impressions that I have now, and kind of the same impressions that I had before, is this is going to be a pretty okay game. If you like strategy, you like turn-based things, and you don't mind the card system, which personally, like looking at it back then and looking at it today, I've been looking at it a few times today. I don't think that the card system is bad as people make it out to be. Like, yeah, I get it. You much rather like control it yourself, but it's still a card. It's not like it's like a card game like Marvel War of Heroes. If you guys were there for that, but it is just a card that holds the effects. It's not really a big difference, but the biggest thing that people was talking about is microtransactions. They definitely do not have any. They said before now, and it's currently they are stuck to that particular like gun that they were going to continue to have no microtransactions. So that is always good. And truthfully speaking, that's always cool. Like it's always cool to have like a, a story player game that's like single player, and it's like you a couple of hours out of 60 hours, something like that. I think I'm assuming it's going to be like 45 to 60 hours of gameplay in there, mainly because during the showcase they said it was about 10 hours into the game and it was not that far. So 10 hours into the game, that could be an hour and a half customizing your character, because you can customize your hunter. And some people are very extensive when it comes to that, so who knows if that's like the story based or just the person who played it was they could have made a generic character and played, and that's about 10 hours. Either way it go, if it's about 10 to 12 hours and that's the beginning of the still like towards the beginning of the game, that's going to be a long game. So it should be a lot of fun. And let's get into this roster, shall we? All right, let's go ahead and get into that roster really quickly. It's Iron Man, Captain America, Wolverine, Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel, Blade, that's Ghost Rider, which is Robbie Reyes, Magic, and Nico Manuro, which is Sister Grimm for the people who played Marvel Future Fight, or if you watch The Runaways, that's who that person is. And personally, I think this is a very diverse cast. The cast is very physical, they're very magic, and their defense. Like, I feel like this is a really good mixture, and the roster does expand. They were saying that they're post, I guess post release. So there's people that's in there that haven't been told about yet. A video that I did was one that had Morbius, Scarlet Witch, and Elsa Bloodstone. Those are my guesses. I do hope that you guys throw your guesses in the comments as well. Now to get into the kind of meat of the like system. So obviously it's a turn-based system. If you a person who's played XCOM, it's pretty much the same people that made that. So necessarily, like, I don't see it being that much different. I guess skill based wise, like it'll look different, it'll feel different, but the overall core is still there. And the cards and the systems, like, it looks really good. Like don't get it twisted. Like, I'm very excited. Do I like card games like this? Not necessarily, but this looks unique enough to where I have no problem letting it, like trying to actually try it out. And this is actually one of those games where I'm like, hey, maybe I can get that into that, because it just feels really different, maybe because it's Marvel property, maybe because the way they showed, like, you have elemental attacks, You have environmental attacks where if you get behind someone and you're next to a light pole, you can go ahead and snatch a light pole down and hit him in the head, or make it fall on him or things like that. If you're like Wolverine, and some of the footage show where he lines up his his character, and he kicks a box that hits two people because they're lined up just right. It hits two people and knocks them out. So those are really good mechanics that I think that'll make the game a lot more fun. And that was just in the first, again, 10 to 12 hours, they said, something like that. And if that's the case, this game is going to get overly fun. That's just me personally. That's me personally. I'm not like hopping it up or anything. I just feel like it's a good change of pace from what I normally play. So I do think that this is going to be a game to get. I want you guys to let me know what you like, what you like about the game, what you don't like about the game, and if it is respectfully put, we all about respect here, we'll talk about our next video. Alright guys, do me a favor, hit that like button for this if you're rocking with this particular content, and if you are not subscribed, go ahead and hit that sub button for me. And you can do me such a big favor, hit that bell button so you know when I'm streaming and or put a new video out. Alright guys, you guys are the best. Peace out.